this could see a change in the Jeep ratings. Quarterfinal number 4, Johanne Defay versus Stephanie Gilmore, who is wearing that Jeep yellow jersey. Here we go. Here's some of the stats right now. First career head-to-head heat, so uncharted territory for both the ladies. And CT heat wins, you can see in 2017, Stephanie Gilmore up on top, as well as average heat score of a 14.6. Stephanie already on top there on that stat in my group. Here we go. Johanne Defay is going to be the first wave ridden in quarterfinal number 4, and you can see it from high up above on the drone. Gets to the open face and does a nice carve. Defay off the bottom and hooks another top turn. Eases through a roundhouse cutback as that water goes a little bit soft. Going to stick with this one and wait for bells to flare up on the inside with a little bit of a steeper face. You can see from high up above, looking for a finish, weaving through here. Gonna have to time the closing maneuver up, over, and ejects right before some of the rocks on the beach there.
Yeah, Steph left out the back, having a look at this one, deciding not to go. Pretty good move right there. That one shut down, but you know, if I was coaching Steph, I'd be going, come on, get that inside, command that respect. You've got 6 world titles, you know, make them right here. You can see Steph pushing the issue, making Johanne go a little deeper, and watch what happens. Johanne has to really hit the gas and almost misses this section, so she had to go around there, and now she finally opens up. So missed quite a good section of that wave due to the fact that Steph pushed her deep. So kind of good move right there on Steph's behalf, and that sort of took a little bit of a few points maybe out of this wave from Johanne Defay. But in saying that, Johanne's drawn first blood, and now Steph has to answer back. So Steph Gilmore, she's been looking very shaky in this event, Kaipo. She's been waiting too long for her waves, and then hence putting a lot of pressure on her. So Johanne Defay draws first blood, puts the pressure on Steph. Now if Johanne can get back out before Steph catches a wave and apply that same sort of pressure on her. Here comes a set now. Let's see if she can get herself in position and start the heat rolling. Steph Gilmore.
Steph Gilmore up and riding, answering to Johanne Defay's 5.83, and that beautiful surfing that we were talking about right before this wave continues for Steph Gilmore with a couple of quality turns and just easing through this section, but absolutely just so pleasant on the eye. Steph Gilmore's flow through this wave. Here goes a couple of inside sections. The wave steepens up, puts the pedal to the metal, and bounces through it, looking for the bonus section, and times that perfectly. So
that's what we want to see from Steph, right?
That was it.
And you know what? She's taken a page out of the book of the likes of Geordie and Joel, where she's not pushing 100% on that first wave. Great way to start from Steph Gilmore.
I feel excellent score. We're going to take another look at it, Pops.
Yeah, well, good size wave too. So Steph, as we talk about that style, very, very important in our sport of serving. I mean, oh my gosh, that was insane, that first turn. And again, that classic maneuver from Stephanie Gilmore. You can see that orange bottom deck of the board showing a bit of color. Every time you see that color, it means she's putting that board on the rail, which means critical surfing. So lovely surfing here from Steph Gilmore. And she needs to finish off to get that confidence up, which she does. Gets a bonus inside section. Great stuff there from Stephanie Gilmore. I love the fact she didn't try too much on that wave. And that orange is popping off the bottom as she just drives through that first turn. This is Steph Gilmore in cruise control, and we all know that Steph in cruise control is a dangerous thing. Right there, just hooking into it, showing the judges a bit of variety. As she comes off the bottom again, seamless surfing. I love the transition between the maneuvers. Bells Beach, a tricky wave to keep that flow going. She found that as well. The judges identifying that, rewarding that. We're going to see an excellent score drop for Steph Gilmore. And very, very important part of the wave, Kaipo, is the finish. And that she does. She doesn't just get that single finishing maneuver, she gets a bonus section and manages to tag it. So look at the scores dropping.
9.43 for Steph Gilmore, a 9.43. You said dangerous, and you know what, Potts? It's dangerous when Steph Gilmore drops that big, excellent score right at the beginning. Here is the score line and how we got to that 9.43, Mr. Potter. luckily it's a two-wave set, so she's going to have another swing at it. Defay taking a look, scratching into this one again. Now up into her feet, looking down the line, big section in front of her. Can she make it back into the open face? And the answer is no. Steph Gilmore is going to pass her on the paddle back out, as we can see in our pulled away shot, and likely take priority over Johanne Defay and control of this heat, Pops.
Yeah, and I had a feeling it was going to be really lowly, that heat. I just watching the few heats before, like there'd be 15 minutes of ton of waves and then kind of 15 minutes with not much, so I was thinking it might go flat for a bit, and I just kind of stayed really patient and thought there'd be another wave, and luckily there was, and it paid off for me, but it was a roll of the dice.
During that interview, we did see the second wave being ridden by Stephanie Gilmore, and perhaps, well, not perhaps, a missed opportunity. She could have really shut the door on Johanne Defay with that second wave, but the rails were a little grippy on that wave. We're going to take another look at it.
Well, let's have a look. Steph Gilmore here, just, you know, sort of almost fell over on that. Didn't have enough speed to drive out of it. That was better from Steph, more conviction. Now the wave starts to stand up and goes for a little bit too much right there. See, sometimes Steph feels like she needs to do more than she has to. I mean, that first wave, she should just go back to that, you know, just clean, smooth, mistake-free surfing, good enough to win this heat if she nails the right waves. This turn right here, amazing from Steph Gilmore. She just pushing on that tail, keeping the nose out, and then goes for maybe a little bit too much, realizing she made a mistake on that first turn and thought, hey, I've got to light this next maneuver up. If she had made that, just that big swooping maneuver, she would have dropped another 6 or 7 point score and put Johanne Defay in a combo situation.
I've enjoyed the Australian leg, and it'll be good to duck home and reset, and definitely I can't wait to bring my best game and best performances over in Brazil.
Well, there you go, boys. Sally Fitzgibbon's out, but not down and out. Good spirits still. Good on you, Sal.
All right, and the fans love it. Here we go, live action with Johanne Defay surfing her way to what she hopes to be a 7.28 or better. Looking pretty good with some nice round arcs here at Bell's. Defay working her way to the inside where this wave will steepen up for her finishing maneuver. And nothing on offer, unfortunately, for Defay. Meanwhile, Stephanie Gilmore just dropping the hammer on the finish. I'd like to see how she started off that wave because the camera was on Johanne Defay, but wow.
You know what, I got a funny feeling, Kaipo, that she let loose on that one because of the finish. That was total confidence from Steph Gilmore right at the end of the wave, and she doesn't normally do that unless she's done something special. Let's have a look at this first turn from Steph as she draws off the bottom and hooks into that next turn. Beautiful wraparound cut back. And there it is. Big snap in the pocket from Gilmore. And again, just wrapping it around. The confidence is built, and this is why this last maneuver was a maneuver like that. Thank you very much for coming. She's going to replace that 3.67. Another excellent ride for Steph Gilmore, and it's danger signs for this young lady here, Johanne Defay. 6 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Can she get back out and get one more? Because she's going to need it. Beautiful snap from Johanne Defay. And now that big swooping turn. I'm loving Johanne Defay's just approach at the moment. She's got that aggression, and she is going to be one to watch in the future. She's just perfecting her game plan, getting better and better each year, becoming more and more dangerous. She's won in, you know, varying conditions, from the US Open to cloud break in Fiji. Unfortunate that wave not cooperating at the end. So advantage Gilmore, and I can't wait to see that score drop. Defay's wave though, not a bad one.
Yeah, 6.83, so that is a good score.
She's looking dangerous as scores drop. There it is, Kaipo.
9.17, and you pair that with the 9.43, 18.6 out of a possible 20. Are you kidding me, Potts?
No, I'm not.
Amongst the entire women's field, 18.6 heat total. And the Jeep ratings leader is going to take this one in.
Oh,
doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. So, Kaipo, our semi-finals are pretty much set.
As we look at Gilmore, and we just always call this, you know, the victory lap, and she can just feel this board. I think the board's looking really good under her feet. Darren Hanley shaping them up And I like you said before, Pus, a little bit of color on the bottom there really accentuates, and every time you see that big orange flash, you know she's gliding that board on rail.
We go back a couple of years with mixed yellow bottom decks. I mean, it just adds a bit of color to it. And here we go, Johanne Defay. Can she get herself out of combo situation?
Surfing for the sake of surfing and showing us what she's got. Vertical re-entry for Defay, carves back a beautiful snapback, roundhouse cutback, nursing it through that flatter section, and the wave just gives up on her. And Johanne kicks out.
We're going to ring one of those bells, and I can't wait to see who it is.
And Johanne Defay on the screen. She can leave the Australian leg with her head held high, a third, a ninth, and a fifth respectively through this leg. So setting herself up. We always say it's a long year ahead, and Johanne Defay is certainly still in the game in 2017. So she's going to regroup, regather, head over to the Oi Rio Pro. But she's got a couple keeper results, so good work, and looking forward to more of the surfing from Johanne Defay.
Yeah, she's a fighter. You know, we knew she wasn't going to give up, and as we said before, just Steph Gilmore's performance is just a testament to how much respect she gives Johanne.
There she is. The Jeep's rating leader will continue as the Jeep rating leader.